sun can start and going down. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, no, start and going down. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, no, no.
Hey, you guys, what's up? Thank you guys for stopping by. This is episode 7 of the Never Ever Mets. We're gonna get right into it. The episode starts off where Greg is explaining that he was, molested when he was younger, and it kind of still affects him. He's never really discussed it with anybody. So, and it still affects him, and he doesn't want to bring that trauma into their relationship either. So they will kind of maybe discuss it. I feel like Millie is a little bit upset because she says every time she talks about her trauma, that he brings up the fact that he was traumatized too. But I don't think she's listening to him or she hears him. I think she thinks that this therapy session is all about her and what she wants to do. And I didn't like that much. I felt like she needs to give Greg enough room because he's been patient with her. And I feel like she needs to give him room to express himself as well. And I think she did a little, but not as much. I think she wanted to really discuss her stuff. And I just feel like I said before, she needs to ease up a little bit. Anyway, so he says he's never spoken about this to anybody. I'm kind of wondering if he spoke about it to his mom, because I really like his mom, and I feel like his mom is a very compassionate and caring person. And I think she would have understood, and I think she would have expressed and gave him the love that he needed to help him heal and move forward. So I'm kind of wondering, that was a question mark for me. Did he speak about it to his mom? Because I really liked her when she came a couple of episodes back. So Dr. Allie explains that, softness comes with trust and safety, which I've been saying a while. If there's no softness, if there's no safety or there's no trust, then people are not going to let their guard down. So I agree with Dr. Allie. I think Dr. Allie was a good relationship therapist. I think that she kind of helped them get from this stuck place in their relationship about conversations about their traumas and working through it to the next level where they can actually openly express and discuss, because they did have a little conversation afterwards. Millie wants Greg to accept his truth and to see she's not going to run away. She's going to face it head on with him, and she's going to be there for him, which is great. Because a lot of the times that's what people need to hear. So I appreciate that with her. She tells the guys that she wants to throw him a 90s theme party for his birthday next week, being that everybody's going to be in the house. And I think that's amazing. I love theme parties, especially a 90s theme party, child. All the good stuff happened in the 90s, child. So I like that, and I think it's gonna be good. But then, there's she wants them to keep it a secret, so we're gonna see if they could do it, right? So Tyronda comes in, and she says she has an activity for the couples, and it's called On the Same Page. I like this activity because this is a communications opener, let's move this communication forward. Anyway, so so it is, you're gonna create your love story right here and now in front of her, and the couples have to match their stories. So she's going to ask questions. The couples have to write the same answers on the cards, and if you get the correct answer, if y'all get the correct answer or y'all match, you put your cards into your book, and I guess it's like a folder with all your stuff in it. If you don't match, the cards get shredded, so it's a cute little game. So the first question was the day they first connected. So you have to either write out the month, the date, whatever, whenever you remember the day that y'all first connected. So Shay and Josh got it right. Greg and Millie got it right. Dymond and Aaron got it right. Chris didn't know, and Jody did not know. The second question was her favorite hobby. So what was her favorite hobby? Jody and little Aaron got it right. Sandia and Chris got it right. Shay and Josh got it right. Dymond and Aaron didn't match, and Millie and Greg didn't match. The third question was a money question, and it was, is she a spender or a saver? Chris and Sandia got it right. Millie and Greg did not match. The fourth question was the biggest obstacle. what's the biggest obstacle? Aaron and Dymond got it right. Chris and Sandia got it right. Shay and Josh didn't match. Millie and Greg did not match. The fifth question was her favorite position. So what was her favorite position? And Josh and Shay got it right. It seems like a lot of the couples got it right. The only couple, like all the other couples got it right. The only couple that did not get that question right was Chris and Sandia. And I didn't expect Chris to get it right because narcissists are selfish. So they don't really care about the partner. But Shay and Josh got it right. Millie and Greg got it right. Big Aaron and Dymond got it right. Little Aaron and Jody got it right. Shay and, like I said, Chris and Sandia got it wrong. The next question was, what's her birthday? And you know, this is a big question when it comes to women. Like, women birthdays are important. We remember a lot of stuff. Birthdays, first dates, all the kids' information, like all that stuff. So this was a very important question. So I was really paying attention here. Shay and Josh got it right. And Jody and little Aaron actually got it right. Millie and Greg did not. But which was crazy because me and Millie have the same birthday. I said, child, me and Millie is kindred spirits, child. I liked her, but she's a little, she's a little. So now I understand where her personality conflicts come in, and that I'm picking up on because we got the same birthday. So I get it, because I could be the same way. And that really set Millie off because Greg knew it was in June, but he didn't know it was what day it was in June. So she was a little bit ticked off that they're not, all the conversations that they had, that they're getting a lot of these questions wrong. And then the seventh and final question was his guilty pleasure. Millie and Greg didn't get this right. Again, Shay and Josh got it right. Dymond and Aaron got it right. And Sandia and Chris got it right. I didn't show Jody and little Aaron, but nonetheless, Millie and Greg needs to work on their communication because they got a lot of stuff wrong. She was a little bit upset because she said as much conversation as they had, she thought he was paying attention, but not really. And Josh and Shay got most of the questions right, but again, they've been talking for 12 years, so they need to know each other at this point. 12 years is a long time, whether it be in person or online. It's still 12 years. Still a long time, a lot of information. Imagine 365 days in a year times 12. It's a lot of information, a lot of talking, especially depending on how much they talk, a lot of talking. But we also find out that after the situation with Shay and Josh, they had stopped talking for 2 years. So does that mean that they was together for 14 years and stopped talking for 2, or that it means they was really together for 10 years and 12 years, but really 10 years together? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out which one is it. I'm assuming it's the latter, but I don't know. So the guys discuss what transpired in the little game, and they try to help Greg out, and try to help him figure out how he's gonna navigate the situation with Millie, because they know that she's upset and she's gonna be upset. Millie is also having a conversation with a few of the ladies, and she's a little bit upset. Like she said, she thought that he knew her better than she did, and then how is that affecting the birthday planning that she wants to do for him, because he didn't even remember her birthday, so why should she do anything for his birthday? I mean, I would still do the party. If I was her, I would still do the party. I promise you I would. I would have the conversation with him, but I would still do the party for him and have a good time doing it. Sure, I like planning parties. When it comes to like certain birthday parties are a big deal for me. So I would still plan the party. And the ladies are also trying to help her out and navigate that situation as well. Glad Dymond wasn't in there though, because I promise you she probably would have gave her the wrong information. But Jody was in there standing to the side looking like a little creep. Oof. Anyway, little Aaron planned a photo shoot for him and Jody where they change costumes and they take all of these seductive pictures and stuff, but Jody didn't look like she was into it. She liked the costume changes and stuff like that, but her face was still stone faced. And then he went and planted a kiss on her, and he was feeling it, and she was not. She said she felt nothing after the kiss. Child, nothing. But girl, we already know that you don't like him, so what would you feel after the kiss? Nothing. I knew it. So it means nothing to me. She should just let the relationship dissolve, because we already know that you don't like him. So Chris' friend Benz comes to visit and comes to meet Sandia. Now this episode gets a little different, because I wanted to reach to that TV and slap fire out his friend. Ciao. Anyway, Sandia's friend Stephanie comes over to meet Chris. Chris's friend seems like a little creep. Child, birds of a feather. Chris's friend seems like a little creep. Chris' friend starts off immediately with is Sandia looking for monogamy? Excuse me, sir? What are we here for if she's not and he's not looking for monogamy? Like, what are we here for? If that's not, isn't that what a relationship is supposed to be about? But push on, sir, push on. So when she says yes, that's what she's looking for. This dude says the stupidest thing and says that's stupid. And I'm just like, you're even stupider for coming there and coming on this show under the guise that you are vetting your best friend's future girlfriend, and then you proceed to tell her that they're not supposed to be having a monogamous relationship when they came there for a monogamous relationship. Really? I'm weirded out because when him and his friend was having the pool game, that's the road they went down. Oh, did you hit it yet? How was it? And I'm just like, who kisses and tells on national TV? Whether he did or not, that's none of your business. Why are you living through him and his situation? And then on top of that, talking about, I know, because that's what I know that you do. Well, we all know that's what he does, because he had that conversation in the beginning. But we'll get there. My whole thing is, he's allowing his friend to gaslight this lady and her friend about sex on the first night. Talking about, oh, normally he has sex on the first night and then he gets to know the person. But then he tells his friend that he didn't, like, right before they have this conversation with the ladies, he told his friend, oh, we didn't do that yet. I want to get to know her first and then we get down that road. So what kind of game are y'all playing with these women and your friend being the ultimate gaslighter? I was just like, I got the ick just listening to this bozo. I was ready for him to go quick. And then the friend's sitting there looking stupid, and then she's still talking about that she has hope. But she's sitting there bamboozled herself, looking confused and dumb. Like, what is he talking about? And then you're going to say, oh, she has hope? Child, I would have grabbed my friend by the arm and told her, girl, get up. Let's go. Girl, get up. Stand up. Because there's no way that I'm going to allow my friend, something like this to happen to my friend at all. And they both was looking stupid. Anyway. Then his friend says, he has a relationship. Then he says that he is a relationship type person and his friend is not. And I'm just like, but when you came on the show, when she was in the living room, in the kitchen, ear hustling, you talking to the guys, talking about you get girls, you get all kind of girls, you get girls regularly, you sleep with them quickly. This is the things that you said out of your mouth. And then you're going to turn around and tell us that you're a relationship guy? That doesn't sound like a relationship guy kind of guy thing to us. For you to say that you get girls easily, you get girls quickly, and you sleep with them quickly and move on. Doesn't sound like a relationship guy to me. But you continue to gaslight Sandia because I'm going to allow it. Because she likes it and I'm going to love it. She likes it and I'm going to love it. So you continue to gaslight her because she was eating it up. The red flags are literally glaring at this lady. Like trapo rouge, glaring at this lady, child. And she is ignoring them. Ignoring them. child, ignoring them. And I'm just like, how could you and your dumb friend ignore those blaring red flags? If red flags was a person, the friend would be it. The friend would be the flag that was red. Walking red flag, child. Walking red flag. I would not have sat and listened to that conversation. I don't even care if it was for TV. If I was trying to date Chris and his friend came in talking like that to me, this conversation is over. I'm leaving. And then you're going to say whatever I don't care what you say. But I would have got up and left my friend there with those two dummies and left them all sitting there like fools. I promise you I would have. Especially at this big age that I'm at. I would have looked at that friend like he was stupid and got up. And I wouldn't even said, excuse me. I'd have just walked away. They both would have been confused. All three of them would have been confused. And the friend wouldn't have, if she was my real friend, she wouldn't be confused. Because she would already know my tolerance is like this. Child. This. And they all laughing because they think that Benz is being funny. But Benz is being 100% truthful. Because birds of a feather flock together, child. Y'all already know the saying. Benz is being 100% truthful. Benz is telling you what his friend is without telling you what his friend is. I've experienced it. Trust me. I know. He's telling you what his friend is without actually telling you what his friend is. And he's doing it purposely. Because then that'll give Chris a reason down the line to say, I told you I was this way, but you didn't want to believe me. That's all that is. That's all that is. That's all that is. Well, she knew all of this information before she actually committed to this relationship. That's going to be his excuse. Trust me. That is going to be his excuse. But his friend is 100% telling the truth. It's not funny. They might be laughing in y'all face, but they laughing behind y'all backs too. Because that is 100% how this dude is. That is who his character is. His friend. Who knows him best. That's his best friend. Jody and Aaron get back from their little photo thing, but Jody doesn't want to tell Aaron that she didn't feel anything when they kissed, and she's uninterested. And I don't understand why Aaron don't read the room. She is uninterested. It shows on her face. That girl rolls her eyes 1,000,000 times when they talking, and I'm just like, this dude don't see that she's rolling her eyes and just like, just go away. Like, that's how she rolling her eyes. Like, that's how she's rolling her eyes. Like, she wants him to go away. And he can't read the room. But then he has this woe was me moment with the other guys. And here it goes. He's with Josh and Chris. And Chris is telling little Aaron that Jody is being rude. And I'm just like, weren't you the guy a couple of episodes talking about this is her favorite? She your favorite person in the house, and you're not going to say anything bad about her? But here you are saying that she's rude and she needs to treat him better. I'm confused. You said that. You said that. It is what it is. I'm going to let y'all have it, though. Because if y'all don't know by now that this dude is a walking red flag, too, y'all ain't going to never know. But, yeah, that's what he told him. And even though what he said was true, I just feel like you the one who said that you never going to say nothing bad about her. I didn't. You should have just left it like, this is my favorite person in the house. I'm cool with her. I'm chill. You didn't have to say that other part, but you chose to say that. And then here you are bashing her. Greg and Josh have a conversation, and Millie is still mad about the birthday situation. So Josh is trying to help him out, which is crazy. All these guys are trying to help each other out, but a lot of them is giving bad advice. But it is what it is. So Shay and Josh was about to go to the boom boom room, and Dymond pulls Shay aside and tells her that she still speaks with Alexis, the girl who got kicked off for fighting her partner in, I think, the first episode. They got kicked off on the second episode, Alexis. And Dymond proceeds to tell us that Alexis told her that Josh tried to get sexual with her, and he asked to, do with her. Out in the bedroom and in the hallway as well. Then they show clips that they was talking. First of all, the three of them was talking, and then the two of them was talking while she was sleeping, and then they went in the hallway and was talking. So I already told y'all how I felt about Shay a couple of reviews ago. I told y'all that something was off with Shay's character because of the advice that she was given to Crazy Girl who got kicked off the last episode. What's her name? Whatever that Bronx chick was name. Whatever her name is. I can't remember her name. But I told y'all something was off then, and I still seen it now. And then the fact that she glossed over that baby situation really, really quickly. And she was like, oh, well, I got over it so we can move on. And I'm just like, I would have had questions. And this scene shows that she really didn't get over that. She just left it alone because they were long distance. And now they have to deal with it because they are in close proximity to one another. But yeah, I already knew that something, I told y'all, she wasn't straight. So Shay was crazy to me to believe him when she asked him about it, and he told her that Alexis tried to sleep with him first, that she wanted to have a threesome with them. And I'm just like, how can you believe that? I mean, not saying some people are like that. I didn't get that from Alexis's character. I didn't get that Alexis was promiscuous like that. I didn't. And maybe that's why all of the time she had gotten to it with the other guy, that Josh was there. And she did click with little Aaron, but I still didn't get that vibe from her. I thought that she was just a friendly type of person. I didn't know that she was like that. And so it was crazy to me that she believed what he said. But then even after that situation on the first night, you still slept with him. Y'all was in a boom boom room dead going there every night after that. So even though y'all had this conversation about this situation going on, you were still sleeping with him every night, every chance you got. Y'all was in a boom boom room. I told y'all I had an issue with her. I already told y'all. Because I never understood how you can have a baby that's 3 years old and you've been with this lady for 12 years and yet you had a baby with your roommate. Because I didn't understand how you could just make a mistake with this woman that is your roommate and y'all did something unprotected. It was, I didn't understand that. Because mistakes happen, but it just didn't, that situation, she was your roommate. Do you know what I'm saying? I could say if you had a bar and then you could be like, it was a mistake, I was drunk, I was going through something, blah, 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 blah. But this was your roommate. So that's what leads me to believe that it was more to that situation than just a mistake. And then here in this situation, I believe it was more to that situation than just a mistake too. But you like it, I love it, girl. You like it. So she says she has trust issues, but I'm like, you have trust issues, but you slept with him on the first day that y'all was in that house. Y'all was gun-ho for that boom boom room, child. So how do you have trust issues? I don't know. Y'all drop down in the comments, let me know. So Shay asked Josh about the situation, and Josh said that he said something about a threesome, and Shay went on for him. Even though he was denying everything, she went on for him. So Dymond tells her that maybe she needs to sleep on it. But why didn't you just call Alexis and ask her? Why didn't you just dial Alexis up, Dymond, and ask her about the situation if you were so concerned about Shay's feelings? That would have solved the whole problem. You have her number. Call her. Put her on speaker. Ask the question. So Shay's in the bathroom crying to Dymond, and because she wants to leave and she wants to go home. We hear Dymond tell her that she doesn't want to give up 12 years. And I'm just like, what? You started this. Why would you tell her if you feel like you don't want her to give up 12 years? You see how it's not working for me? For you to sit there in her face and tell her, oh, you don't want to give up 12 years, but you told her this information right before they was going to the boom boom room. You could have sat on that information and told her that at the reunion, if y'all have one. You could have never told her at all if you felt like you wanted her to not give up her 12 years. See how it's not? See how I told you the pastors are messy? And I told you I didn't feel it, see it for Dymond anyway, from the beginning. And Dymond and Big Aaron, they keep butting into everybody's relationship. All season they button into people's relationships, and they starting these small little fires with these people, and then they hide in their hands. And I don't like that. Why are you so messy? You didn't have to tell her. And then in order for her to be comfortable with the situation, all you had to do was pick up your phone that you have been communicating with Alexis through and dial Alexis's number and say, Alexis, I have Shay here. I told her what you told me. I have her here. Can you please repeat to her what you told me? Problem solved. And then you give Shay the phone and you let Shay and Alexis have that conversation. And you step out of it. See how that works? Easy transition. Because you turn around and say, you don't want to be in the middle of the situation, but yet you're in the middle when you could have easily just called Alexis to get it fixed. But it doesn't seem like that's what you want to do. So that's why you're in the middle. But you don't want to be in the middle. But you put yourself in the middle by sharing this information with her and then not calling Alexis. You and the pastor have your own problems. Y'all should work on those. He has an issue with your sister. And then your daughter's going to have an issue with him next episode. Work on that, sister. Work on the fact that he, 3 years into our relationship, proposed to some other woman. And that if the other woman would have said yes, you would have been out the picture. Work on that. Stop meddling in other people's relationships. Stop starting these little fires and then running and hiding your hands. And then you won't be in the middle if you mind your business. It doesn't take much to mind your business. In 2024, it don't take much to mind your business. And that's what you should have done. Especially if you wasn't going to call the person who actually told you the information to clear it up with the person who the information was about. Problem solved. Right? But then again, I could be wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all drop that in the comments. Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.